Hello. This is the research paper how-to. So let me share my screen so we can go through it in detail. Okay. So first of all, this research paper is not due until the very end, basically, of class. This is, and really, this is an opportunity for you to research very thoroughly something that interests you in the realm of cognitive development of children. Whatever it is, this is your opportunity to dig deep. All research topics must be approved by me ahead of time. I want to make sure that your topic is not so small that there's not enough to research there, or too large and that you could not possibly research it appropriately for this particular assignment. Okay. So here are the things you're going to include. Once you've got it approved by me, just send me what you're going to research in an email, and I will be happy to share my thoughts with you and approve it, or maybe make some suggestions. You're going to have a title page with your name and the title of the research. You're going to have an introduction. And in the introduction, you're going to identify your topic, explain why it's important to you. Why did you bother to research this topic? And then you're going to explain the steps you will take to research the topic. The introduction is your roadmap. In this paper, I will, and then just give us the roadmap. Where are you going with it? Be sure to begin your paper with a hook, something that grabs the reader's attention. Maybe a small anecdote or a quotation, something that really gets your attention. That is the hook. Okay. Literature review, you're going to have at least 10, hopefully more, current articles, which means the last 10 years, from peer-reviewed professional journals. Random internet sites don't work because people can print anything on the internet. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's true. So when you're doing your lit review, make sure you use the NSU library site, because there you will have peer-reviewed articles. When you're writing your lit review, no more than 2 quotations per page, please, because otherwise I don't get to hear your voice. I just get to hear the voices of all the other people who wrote those articles. When you are using quotations, be sure to use quotation marks for direct quotes. And if you're going to have a direct quote, you're going to have to make sure you cite it, make sure you have author, date, and page number where the direct quote came from. Next is going to be the discussion. Discussion is where you interpret all of your findings. Everything that you found in the lit review, you're going to interpret. Lots of good discussion, specific details, and examples. And then you're going to have a conclusion. This is where you summarize and discuss the implications of what happened in your research. And then recommendations. How can your research be applied to early childhood education? What further studies of the topic might be helpful? This link here will take you to the APA style site. And if you have any questions about how to do reference page or how to set up your paper, this is a great resource. You're going to write it in paragraph format, accurate grammar, spelling, and punctuation. And I'm expecting 6 to 8 pages of content. That means that does not include the title page or the reference page. I'm talking about content page. Introduction down to recommendations is considered content. You're going to use 12 font, APA format, and you're going to have it graded using this grading rubric. So let me just share this with you. I just want to point out that each subsection that I just talked about is actually represented in the grading rubric. And as always, the difference between exceeds and meets expectations is in the specific details and examples. If you have any questions about this, please let me know. But before you start researching anything, and especially before you start writing anything, you need to have your topic approved. Please let me know about questions. I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.